Welcome to WSU's Extension Civil Rights Training Module 1. In this introduction to civil rights, you will get answers to the following questions. What are civil rights? What is discrimination? And why do civil rights matter in Extension? Dr. Kenitra Keeney, along with the support of the University of Wisconsin-Madison Extension's Office for Access, Inclusion, and Compliance, collaboratively worked on the content for this 4-module training. Please include the non-discrimination statement in full on all materials. Providing the complete statement informs participants that they will not be discriminated against, are allowed by law reasonable accommodations, language access free of charge, as well as how to file a complaint. In this lesson, you will learn: what are civil rights? What is discrimination? Why do civil rights matter in Extension? So let's get started. What are civil rights? Civil rights are guarantees of equal social opportunities and equal protection under the law. Examples of civil rights include the right to vote, the right to government services, and the right to use public facilities. Civil rights are an essential component of democracy. When individuals are denied opportunities to participate in society, they are being denied their civil rights. Civil rights laws attempt to guarantee full and equal access for people who have traditionally been discriminated against based on group characteristics. What is discrimination? In the context of civil rights law, discrimination refers to unfair or unequal treatment of an individual or group based on certain characteristics. These characteristics include race, color, national origin, sex, age, or disability, and others. Please check with your academic institution to learn if there are additional protected classes. WSU Compliance and Civil Rights has created Executive Policy 15, EP 15, which includes a list of state and federal protected classes. Washington State University's Compliance and Civil Rights Office have an abundance of resources. Please visit ccr.wsu.edu for more information. Discrimination can take many forms, both intentional and unintentional. It can be directed at a certain person or group or be part of an organizational policy. An example of intentional discrimination would be sending a person with limited English proficiency away without assistance until they bring an English-speaking person with them to interpret. This type of discrimination is often called disparate treatment because an individual is treated differently because of a certain characteristic. In this case, limited English proficiency. Sometimes discrimination can take a more subtle and usually unintentional form called disparate impact or adverse impact. This could result from policies or practices that seem neutral, but results in unfavorable treatment on a protected group. For example, offering programs in locations accessible only by car may have a disproportionate adverse impact on those with disabilities or racial groups that rely more heavily on public transportation, even though discrimination was not intentional. So, regardless if discrimination is intentional or an unintentional consequences of a policy or practice, the focus should be on preventing discrimination in the first place. Why do civil rights and preventing discrimination matter to us in Extension? Organizations that receive federal funding are obligated to comply with federal civil rights, equal opportunity, and non-discrimination laws in their employment, services, and programming. Extension receives financial assistance through agencies of the United States Department of Agriculture as part of the land grant system. In the next lesson, we'll learn what specific laws prohibit discrimination in federally funded programs like Extension. Also, as part of Washington State University, we are committed to providing equal opportunity and equal access in compliance with all applicable federal and state laws and regulations, and WSU's non-discrimination policies and procedures. Extension's mission is to connect people with Washington State University. Remember, all people have the right to programs and services that may enrich their lives. WSU has a commitment to public service and considering the Division of Extension's responsibility to remain relevant and responsive as a 21st century public serving institution. We recognize the need for strategic and coordinated actions that help us form a more equitable, anti-racist, non-biased, and inclusive organization. When it comes to our educational programming, this means redressing historical disparities, adapting to shifts in state demographics, and tailoring programming priorities to address new and emergent issues and audiences. An extension program is imperative when the participation of individuals from groups protected by civil rights laws reflects their proportionate representation in the population of the targeted community. More information about the importance of reaching and maintaining parity will be provided in another training. Let's review the main takeaways from this introduction to civil rights. Civil rights are guarantees of equal social opportunities and equal protection under the law. In the extension context, all people have the right to programs and services that enrich their lives. Discrimination refers to unfair or unequal treatment of an individual or group based on certain characteristics, such as race, color, national origin, sex, age, disability, and others. Extension Civil Rights is the law, it's our mission, and it's the right thing to do. Thank you for your time and attention. Please continue to learn about civil rights in Module 2.